Hi everyone, welcome to the Robert Show. We are here at Shift by Commvault, and I'm super excited to be with Tim. Tim, not a new face to the Robert Show.
No, good to see you again, Ravi.
Good to see you, and great announcements. I've just come out of the keynote, and I'm kind of curious to learn about all the announcements and a good recap for our audience. But to start with, would you like to quickly introduce yourself? Tell us more about what you do at Commvault.
Sure. So my name's Tim Zonca. I'm our Vice President of Portfolio Marketing here at Convalt.
Fantastic. Tim, tell us a little bit about everything that was announced today at the keynote. One big thing that I've heard is Unity platform.
Yeah.
So let's start there and then maybe get into conversational AI, tell us a little bit about ResOps and much more.
Sure.
So let's hear a little bit about Unity platform for you.
So the Unity platform, it's our latest release of Convalt Cloud, and that's our flagship platform. And one of the things that it really addresses is it brings together, or it unifies, security, data security,
right,
identity resilience, and cyber recovery. So all in one platform across all workloads, and helps improve an organization's resilience.
Yeah, that's very good. And it looks like there's this one layer that you're creating and having separate pillars under it. I'm kind of very excited about obviously resiliency. I'm excited about recovery, and one more thing that I heard was the recovery time.
Yeah.
That's changing because from CISOs, CIOs, what I used to hear was, okay, recovery can take somewhere between 45 days to 60 days.
Yeah.
But looks like Unity platform will change that game as well.
It does. So in this space, I think one of the big problems is that too many customers have to choose between, do they recover their cleanest data after some sort of attack where there's no compromises? To do so, though, they usually lose a lot of good data because they have to go back too far. The other alternative would be, well, I'll recover the complete set of data, but I probably have corruption within it. And so we think that that's just a terrible set of alternatives to have to choose between. So one of the innovative techniques we have is we've introduced as part of our Unity release, we have advanced threat scanning capabilities, and we combine it with this unique synthetic recovery. And what it does is it'll create a synthetic or kind of composite recovery. It takes your latest, cleanest data, removes any of the compromises out kind of surgically. It splices them out, and then matches it all up into this, and the state into a set that can be recovered really fast. So the result is you get this kind of super clean, super fast, optimal complete recovery with minimal loss. And that, to your point, is you get that speed without compromising the cleanliness.
I think that is one of the biggest pain point for all the CISOs, CIOs out there, who I talk to as well, because they feel that, okay, sometimes disaster can happen, but what about the recovery and how fast we can do it? But if you already have the clean data, and this is like the synthetic process that where it kind of all comes into the game, it will just make the job easier for a lot of CISOs if they are attacked, right? Because they have the latest and the most cleanest data.
And I think it's one of the biggest questions that we see, especially talking with CISOs, is how do I know that my data is clean? And it's just a really challenging problem to solve, and we think we really nailed it in this release.
Yeah, I love it. Also shifting gears a little bit here around conversational AI. That is another big important topic. And in the world where we all are conversing with AI in some or the other way. I'm wanting to know a little bit about what was announced today around conversational AI, and get into a little bit of the real use cases as well.
Yeah, so recently we announced our category's first MCP, or Model Context Protocol server. The result of this is you can now tap the power of enterprise systems like Commvault conversationally through, it might be something like ChatGPT Enterprise, it might be Claude AI, it may be something like CrowdStrike or ServiceNow. Many enterprise systems are starting to introduce this. And what it allows you to do is, the demo, for example, our CEO showed, is using Slack as an interface. And so through that interface, he showed how users that might be using a mix of CrowdStrike and ServiceNow and Commvault all in concert, just through chatting through Slack. And so I think it really brings just this tremendous power to bear to a user with just kind of chat simplicity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good point. And yes, we did see Sanjay obviously kind of going out and doing that demo,
Right.
and it definitely felt like magic out there. So which is great. Also wanting to learn a little bit about ResOps.
Okay.
Because that's an important topic that we saw was discussed today at the keynote. Can you share a little bit about why is ResOps actually important?
Yeah, so every CISO that I've talked with in the last few quarters, one of the common threads is, in light of the prevalence of cybercrime and ransomware, is all of them have become responsible for recovering after some sort of cyber incident. However, most of them aren't actually accountable for the teams and the processes and mechanics to actually make that happen. They tend to be IT experts.
Right.
And so organizations have gotten pretty good at working across those different department barriers, the different technology barriers, but they still grew up separately. So what we believe is, the next era of operations really brings together these teams in a more deliberate way from the ground up.
Yep.
So you have this set of resilience operations, and it starts early at, is the data, do you understand it? Is it secure? Do you know who's accessing it? And then constantly monitoring this for change, anomalies, suspicious behaviors, and when you see some sort of threat or compromise, then saying, how do we bring this back into a trusted state?
Yeah.
Automating the processes across teams to ensure that it's clean, it's trusted, and then bringing it back into production. So that's how we've been describing this resilience operations.
Yeah, this is fantastic, and thanks for sharing these insights. One last question for you, Tim, is around any advice that you might have for CISOs, CIOs, enterprise leaders wanting to adapt Unity platform, and how fast they can get started with
Yeah, so this is actually one of my favorite parts
Yeah.
about it. So, yes, we chatted about conversational resilience or things like that. We have some really new cool capabilities.
Yep.
But in this release, we have just an all-new user interface, UI. It will be available as part of the marketplaces, so people interested could just go just directly from Marketplace. Don't even have to come to our site.
Okay, that's great.
They can go ahead, use their Marketplace credentials, and just grab and sign up and start using Commvault Cloud, right away. And it's the onboarding is AI driven. It'll help you discover your cloud resources, tell you what's protected or not, what it would cost to put it in Commvault, which is usually way less expensive than native cloud solutions, and then get you going really quickly.
Yeah, easy and fast. That's amazing. Tim, we'll keep the conversation going. Fantastic announcements. Congratulations to you and your team for putting all those things that you all do for the enterprise leaders out there. Thanks once again, and thank you for taking the time out for the interview.
Thanks, Shavit.
Thanks,
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.